Hello, it's Teacher Carrie here, and today I want to talk with you about extending the lessons for your VIPKid students. Now, of course, this video has not been sponsored by anyone, so hashtag not sponsored, and let's jump into it. With VIPKid, it's really great that they have all of the curriculum pre-planned for you. You can really just go in, look at the learning objectives and key vocabulary words or essential questions for each lesson, and then just adapt them for how that you prefer to teach and, of course, your student needs. But occasionally you'll get a student who just zooms through the lessons no matter how much you extend on each slide. And of course, I'm talking about asking additional questions, maybe putting your student in the position of the teacher and having he or she ask you questions, and then they can correct any mistakes that you may have thrown in there to trip them up. But you might have a student who just really finishes maybe 5 or even sometimes 10 minutes early in the lesson, and you might be wondering what to do with them. So today I want to share a website with you called UniteforLiteracy.com. That's UniteforLiteracy.com, and of course I will leave a link in the description for you. This is an online library of electronic books that you can access for free with your students. Now, of course, I'm going to be showing you on ManyCam how I like to present these books to my students, where I can just create a custom desktop area over this website, and then we can focus in on one book. The thing I love the most about this Unite for Literacy website is that some of the book titles really match up rather closely to the VIPKid curriculum. So today, let me take you through just a few of my favorite titles in this library. If you have been teaching for VIPKid a while, you know that some of the topics are secular, meaning that you'll see them in level 2, 3, 4, on and on. So the nice thing about this as well is that you can usually find a title that is going to work for the level and unit of your student, although of course they're completely separate things, and you will have to do some title searching or subject searching in order to find a book that you think is going to work well for your student. But like I said, let me take you through some of my favorite titles. And I'm just going to show you the little search feature here. If I want a book about family, of course I can just type in family in the search bar, and then I have a large library here of different book titles that I can show to my student. My favorite one in this family category is called Family Time. And so what I can do is just click into that, and on ManyCam with my custom desktop area, I of course can just zoom in a bit so that my student can see better. And I do use this picture-in-picture or tiny teacher mode as I am reading additional books with my students. And if you need more information about that, I'll leave a link in the info card up above and of course down in the description below for tiny teacher mode. So let's just quickly look at this Family Time book. This is by, I'll tell you the author, Nick McGuffey. And you can see here again, it's at Unite for Literacy. And so we can just scroll through this book here. This one focuses on things that you can do with different family members. And so as I'm teaching, I'll just move myself around on my ManyCam screen so that I can position myself out of the way of the words. So if I have a pretty beginning English learner, I might focus just on the picture and do a picture walk before we start reading. So I would ask my student, who is she? She is the mom. Who is she? She is the daughter, or she is a girl. And then what are they doing? They are reading. And that will just help my student be prepared for some of the vocabulary words they might see as they begin to read this story. And again, we would just do the same thing here. Who are they? What are they doing? And we can just go through here and talk about different relationships within the family. And of course, we want the student to make some personal connections. So we might ask, what do you like to do with your mom, dad, sister, or brother? Or do you like to ride a bicycle? Things like that. That will help them make those personal connections. So this particular book here, this Family Time, works really well for level 2. In the old curriculum, it used to be Unit 4, I believe, all about family relationships. And you'd have to go into the VIPKid world and find out if that is still new for the new major course curriculum. But when you're talking about family, of course, you can just search for family there. And if that book is a little bit too easy, you might find a different book that has a little bit harder vocabulary words and things like that. So I can just go to this family category here. Maybe we want to read about a big sister or helping mom. There's a lot of really great titles. The next one of my favorites here is all about colors. And if you've been teaching for VIP Kid for a while, you've probably taught in Level 2, Unit 8, all about colors. That's the old curriculum. I think that unit did get moved when they updated to the new curriculum. But again, whenever you teach that colors unit, or if you're working with a Level 1 student who's particularly advanced, and you need some extra fill time, it's always great to talk about colors. So if I just type in color here, there's a few that I really love. Let me show you this one. This one is called Nature's Colors. And by the time that my students get to that Level 2 Unit 8 in the old curriculum for VIP Kid, they really zoom through that lesson. And so this Nature's Colors book is quite nice. This one is by Phoebe McGuffey. And we can see here again, we can just zoom in on the picture in our ManyCam. So we might focus just on the picture here, talk about what is this, what colors do you see, and then of course we can start reading. I really like this one because it asks the students what other things are yellow. So when I am using my ManyCam to teach and extend this lesson, I might just pull up a few different effects. We can talk about bananas being yellow, or maybe lemons, anything that we want to show more things that are yellow. I really like books where the student is asked to answer a question because that really helps facilitate both their reading and their speaking and listening skills. So again, this book is called Nature's Colors, and that's a really great one. Another one that I like a lot, let me just see here, is this I See Colors. This is a really simple book. This would be great for beginning English learners. And of course, you can just use these with your own children as well. If you have preschool or maybe kindergarten and first grade level children of your own, these are great books to explore with them. And for my particular English language learners, we can talk a lot about new vocabulary words as we're also practicing our color words. And this particular story, I think, book is by Holly Hartman. It's a really nice one. And one more in this color category that I really enjoy is called What Colors Do You Eat? And this one again is by Holly Hartman. It's a really nice one where we can focus on vocabulary words, and also I might ask the student to generate more items in that color family that also to reinforce their vocabulary knowledge. So I eat red tomatoes, then I might say, what else do you eat that is red? So in that case, of course, we could talk about strawberries, or apples, anything like that. It's really great to extend the lessons that way, and we can talk about preferences. Do you like to eat tomatoes? No, I don't like to eat tomatoes. So there's some really nice correlation there between the VIP Kids slides and this particular story. And then another category that I really like in these books here is about the ways animals move. So I'm just going to type for swim here, and the title of this book is Animals That Swim. So in here, of course, we can just talk about animal-related vocabulary words. This one again is by Phoebe McGuffey. So it says, I bet you know penguins swim, but did you know elephants swim too? So this is a really cute book. We can talk about what is an elephant, what is a penguin if I'm focusing on vocabulary, and we can also focus on that on some sight words like know or to are great options there. So there are a lot of ways that you can extend with books like this. So go ahead, if you are interested in extending your lessons with reading, you can go to UniteforLiteracycom and just browse through. They also have a lot of just categories. So if you wanted books that are just about animals, they have an animal category here. People and animals, community. If you want to talk about mask wearing in our current pandemic situation, this might be a nice book to read with students. This one again is by Phoebe McGuffey. She's a pretty popular author in this library here. So this is a great way to extend the lessons with your VIP Kid students, or even just to read with your own children at home. And I hope you enjoy exploring this library. See y'all later. Bye.